It's Triple Crown here, Friday, August 15th, 2025. For the last time this year, Shipshewana Card Fest Day 1. Let's waste no time and get right into the action.
You guys are buying it too, yes?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yep. Do you have any of those purple cards you want to look at? The two of them you look at? Yeah. Or whatever. You guys do hockey cards at all?
I'll take a look at hockey.
You look at hockey?
What's up, Chris?
How are you?
Good. If I want to continue to move into nicer cards, it probably will mean that I need to expand my horizons a little bit. I'm going to need to dabble in some more basketball. I'm going to need to dabble in some more hockey. I'll probably have to take on some UFC, maybe expand my wrestling selection, which is currently non-existent. But I'm going to have to look outside of just baseball and football probably if I want to get to where I want to be. So I'm really willing to look at anything. Now my hockey knowledge, easy for me to say, is not nearly what it is for baseball or football. You can't look at players and evaluate talent the same way I would for those sports. Usually in those cases what I'm going to do is stick to the names I know. I'm going to stick to the superstars. I'm going to stick to the GOATs. I'm not going to try to get into the hot prospects. So when I see this case walk up, I'm really not sure what to expect. But it certainly wasn't what I am about to witness right now. Who's your team for hockey?
Edmonton or Vegas.
Okay, some good choices. A little context for you here. I'm with a kid, I believe it's his grandfather, maybe an uncle. I don't know what the exact case is, but he is probably 6 or 7. And what I am told by whoever is with him right now is that his dad, who is also at the show, and him do a lot with breaks. Now, I was told that a lot of this was just from them ripping their own stuff or joining breaks, but I've also heard from them that they may host a few breaks of their own. They're really into it. They haven't been into it for that long, but it's kind of cool to see a father and son kind of build up this collection in this short amount of time, and this young man was extremely proud of what he had. He was going through, he wanted to take all the cards out of his case. As you can see here, it's a really big case. Time was really on my side at this point. It was early on in the day, and usually people aren't off work or they don't get to the show until like 4 or 5 in my recent experience at Ships. So I had time to really look through it, and he seemed like he wanted to show it off. A lot of what I'm seeing early on here as I try to thumb through these a little faster for you guys is that it's a lot of the current guys, and I don't mind that as much. What I'm really looking for, though, are the bigger names. I'm going to look for Crosby. I'm going to look for Ovechkin. I'm going to look for McDavid, McKinnon. I'm also going to have myself one of the world-famous pretzels here in just a moment. But I'm also looking for maybe your GOAT. So your Gretzky's, your Lemieux, some of the Red Wings legends that maybe I grew up watching or perhaps before my time, such as a Gordie Howe. That's really what I am interested in because that's the stuff that I feel I will know the most about. Again, I'm not great at evaluating young talent in hockey. I don't keep up with it nearly as well as I do baseball or football. Therefore, I'm not going to try to play to a strength that I very well know that I don't have. That would be more of a weakness for me. I don't want to buy just for the sake of buying. Also, the other part of it is that I don't know how motivated he is to selling. Obviously, if this is Dad's money who is buying all these cards and he's just enjoying it and he's collecting, then is he really going to be willing to let go of some of these? How much am I going to have to pay up to get rid of some of them? Because he told me there were some mixed in there that he wanted to keep. So it's really going to be a lot of factors that go into it here as I continue to work through these stacks.
That's what he says, got the table.
Let me know if you need help with anything.
Will do. Oh my.
Oh man, you weren't kidding, dude.
So these are all my slabs.
Okay.
Some of these slabs aren't that good, but some are.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one right here. I don't know if you're part of that one.
I mean, these seem pretty good to me, man. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
but those 3 aren't for sale.
These 3 aren't? Okay. All right, no worries. Get that back to you. So I thought he had a pretty nice collection from just that first case that I saw, but no, that was just kind of what didn't fit in this case. This was his banger case, which pretty much lives up to it. He's got the who's who of young guns right there. I mean, he's got the McDavid, he's got the Ovechkin, he's got McKinnon there, and then getting into some of these other cards that he has in there in terms of the patch autos. It's I don't even know what to say. I wish I had a collection like this at my age, but you can tell they have hit it hard and heavy here in their time collecting. But this is, quite honestly, one of the most impressive hockey collections I've ever had walk up to the table, for sure, by far. But perhaps that I have seen at a show that wasn't the National. I mean, this is just pretty crazy. That's really all I could say.
Did you pull it or buy it?
I bought it.
You bought it, huh? Well, that was actually part of the thing at the National thing. It was given to him. Some guys were like, you know, how much you want to pay for it? You said this, X. Came back and they said, we'll give you your deal. And then we're giving it to you.
That's cool, man. That's a beautiful card. Congratulations.
You see how fast my head turned?
And then I have like 3 more slabs.
3 more slabs? Is this for sale?
It'll be super high though.
Let's talk about it, if you don't mind. I'll set it off to the side. Give these back too. Okay. What are you thinking for this McDavid?
I don't know.
You don't know.
What was that on the spreadsheet?
Let me see what you had here.
Is this Dad here?
Yeah.
Okay,
How's it
yeah.
going? The thing with that one, it was just so tough to run comps on it, being out at 10 for that one. It's at like 500 on that one.
This is from the Bedard year release, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can't find an exact picture of this McDavid, which goes to show you that there really isn't too much to go off of in terms of this exact card. Here is a Mo Sider that I found on eBay being sold by ComC. Same design, just different player, of course. But this is a gold all-access credentials, basically paying homage to the credentials from the original 96-97 Skybox release. Pretty classic design, especially among a lot of 90s collectors out there. That design is really what sold me on that card. I mean, there's a lot of different McDavid out of 10s out there, but on that particular design, when I saw that, I thought, you know what? That is pretty darn cool. Now, I do keep in mind that he did say, he being the young collector here, that his favorite teams were the Oilers as well as the Golden Knights out in Vegas. Meaning, if he's an Oilers fan, that McDavid is probably one of, if not his favorite player. For him to want to give this up, I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, Dad is there, so Dad can kind of help him through this, and it kind of is Dad's card, since I think he's the one who probably spent the money on it. So if Dad is okay with it, and the collector, this young collector, is okay with it, then I'll gladly buy this card. But if not, if one party is disagreeing here, then in good faith, I don't think I'll be able to complete this deal. I'm just looking at the other players. I don't think there's been a sit. I mean, here's Crosby.
There's not much people.
Seems pretty good though. Pretty long.
You think Crosby would be more than David? Could I talk you into $450 for it?
I'll pass.
You're gonna pass?
That would be think rough. I mean, 5 was like our bottom line.
5? Okay.
Do you have any comps? So I mean, it was just real tough running comps on it. So just based on
not
our
not
audit
on that
times and
exact one. I mean, I saw like an auto that's out of 10 from the product, but it's kind of apples and oranges. That card's a little different because it's a classic design.
Yeah.
Being the 96 design is just, it's a little bit different. So.
Would you mean the middle of 475? That's up to you, actually. Sorry, buddy.
Are you firm at 500?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All the modern.
Would you regret it if you sold it at 500?
Probably.
Probably? Okay. You want to hold on to it then?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to buy it if you're going to regret it later on. I will buy it for 500, but
I'll probably regret it.
you're going to regret it? Okay. It's a cool card, man. You should hold on to it.
Sorry, man. He's still.
No, it's okay. His case is impressive. I enjoyed looking through it. Yeah. Oh, I would have loved to have bought that McDavid. Just such a cool card. Dad seemed like he was willing to let it go, and I would immediately shake his hand at 475. I was talking with my friend Evan here, and he thought that 500 was a pretty solid price as well. You know, I could put it up on eBay and really ask whatever I want, considering there's no other ones available. And to the right McDavid collector, who knows what they would actually pay for it. In my head, I was feeling like I could probably, if I was patient, get 6 for it. Anything above that, I think, would take some serious patience and also finding the right buyer. But I wanted to make sure that both of them were okay with it. This young man seemed like he wanted to hold on to the card a little bit more. I feel like Dad felt bad because I had spent so much time looking through his case, but that's okay. I would rather him hold on to that than have this memory of me buying a card from him that he would regret later on as he grows up a little bit more. What does he ask?
So a base refractor, just a regular plain Jane, recently does like 180.
Okay.
There's no numbered comps, at least out of 2025, that I can see recently anyway.
You want to dunk on somebody and you didn't show up.
Our friend here on YouTube, Neo Cards and Comics, is at the table now with this Aaron Judge card that is very interesting. He walked up and said, like, okay, I know you like cards that don't have a lot of comps on them, so what do you think about this? And he had offered this to me as an opportunity to buy. This is a Fanatics Fest exclusive from this year. Second year that they've done these Swinging for the Stars inserts. Pretty cool because it has the New York City skyline, well, at least part of it. It'd be hard to fit the whole New York City skyline on a card, but it has it in the background. Very unique in the sense that all the players in the set cover the entire Major League Baseball catalog of teams. But to have one of a guy who plays in New York, I think adds a little bit more appeal to that, and that's what really intrigues me about this card, other than the fact that it is an Aaron Judge red refractor out of 5. Now, none of these have sold yet. To my knowledge, the only one listed was the one that Neo has in front of me right here. He has it listed on eBay for a lot more than what he's thinking he's going to ask here at the show. These types of cards do not scare me. In fact, I welcome them. What I am surprised, though, is that they do scare a lot of other dealers. If you go watch Neo's vlog, he says that there's a lot of people who will not touch a card if there is no comp on it. And I just find that really, really fascinating.
Are you seeing anything?
Not for Judge. I'm looking at the other reds.
Oh. Anything similar?
There's been 2 of the 5 Otanis, and those are just as all over the places. There's one for 520, and there's one for 1125.
How close?
The 1125.
I guess they can't. None of them could be that old because the set just came out in June.
Have you had any offers yet on it?
Not since I got it graded.
YCGC.
I did it on site at the National.
Did you?
Yeah, it was only $25. I got it back at the same day. It was like, but I know you like the crap that's impossible to price.
I do. What do you? I won't use this as. Well, I mean, I'll take it slightly into consideration. What do you think its value is?
What would I sticker it at, or what am I looking for? If I was putting it in a case, I would probably sticker it at like 12, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I crazy on that?
I'm doing a little bit of fishing here. You know, I trust Neo to tell me truthfully if he's had offers on it, and I feel comfortable asking him that question. I probably wouldn't ask that question to someone I didn't know, just depending on the circumstance. But what I want to kind of see is that will other people who are interested in the card tell me what it's worth? Because that's really what I need to find, is someone who is willing to buy it. When he told me the 1200 number, I kind of thought in my head, okay, would a Judge collector want this for $1,200? And what could a judge collector buy otherwise for $1,200? Because that's a lot of money, and there's a lot of different options out there. Would they really choose this card? I think it's really cool. I think with the New York City skyline in the background, that's pretty neat. There's a lot of judge collectors out there, which makes me feel more confident. But you could still get a really nice judge card. Not saying this isn't a nice one, but another really nice judge card for the same price. And that's making me a little hesitant.
I don't know. Do you know like a good multiplier for numbered stuff?
Not really, especially on something like that.
Yeah. I looked at like his random red inserts, and they kind of range all over the place. Like,
that's what I'm looking at too.
like a random Bowman did like 600 in a PSA 9, I think, or like 5 maybe. I don't remember. Some of them I saw in like PSA 10s went for like $1,000. I think it gets a little bit of a bump because of the New York-based angle with the judge.
To say that too.
Yeah,
it's tough to compare it to Ohtani because it's not.
Yes, Ohtani's a hotter player, but it's literally has Freedom Tower in the back, or One World Trade Center in the background.
Again, to reiterate that point, I cannot emphasize how cool it is that this kind of New York themed card has a Yankee on it. I mean, to me, I go back to what my experience was as a player collector. If there was a Miguel Cabrera card that was in the same vein as this one, I would probably do the rainbow if I could. The one drawback to that is that this is now the second year that they have done the Swinging for the Stars, meaning that it's not just a one-off. And if I had to venture, knowing Topps' history, it will probably return again for Fanatics Fest 2026. That means that over time, it will become less and less unique. Now, if I move this card before then, there's really no problem there, and I'm not anticipating holding on to this for years and years and years. You know, I'm planning on moving it within 90 days, ideally. But that is something else that I do consider, is that this is not the first time that they've done it, and it won't be the last.
I mean, what would you sticker it at?
Just because you just get so damn busy, especially by myself and shit.
Like I mean, you would probably have a better idea than I would. You're on the front lines.
I would probably put it at 550.
You'd sticker it at 550? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we're on different worlds.
I know. That's why I wanted to see where your head was at first. But I could be totally wrong.
I've had one cash offer for around 7. I'm surprised you'd sticker it that low.
I'm getting more. It's just so that
I mean, you know, but like I said, you have more experience with this than I do from a selling perspective.
Because I would want 5 for it, but I don't know. It's just something weird. Like if I put 6, like I don't know why, but 6 sometimes will like scare people. I find also when I put things at 6, I start getting offers in the 4s, so I don't want offers in the 4s. I want them in the 5s. So I thought like 550. Usually I get a 5 offer on it. Like that's just kind of, it's hard to explain. But there's certain things.
There's certain value markers that you go past that people are.
Funny enough, there's actually several Judge red refractors that popped off during the weekend of Shipshewana Card Fest. So I didn't see any of these sales except for that one on August 11th when I'm trying to make this deal. These are kind of in the same vein of what I was seeing prior to this. I was looking at what do the regular red refractors from sets like Bowman Chrome and Topps Chrome sell for? What do the inserts sell for? But once again, this card is fairly unique given everything that I have said up until this point. What I have to rely on at this point is kind of thinking, okay, what does the sale of this card look like? And that's kind of something I've talked about on the channel before, envisioning what the process will look like. What sales are people going to use against me? How can I justify my price and really sell it to whatever customer it may be? And that to me was put it out at 550, try to get 5 for it. But I was starting to doubt myself at this point. Before we continue with our Aaron Judge negotiation, this happened in the midst, so please enjoy this clip.
What would be your lowest on the Blake warm-up town?
I don't want to negotiate against myself, but you can feel free to make me an offer.
Would you do 50 on the warm-up town?
I couldn't do that, man. I'll do like 80.
I'll pass on that.
All right. I knew I was getting into a war when I bought that thing.
What does that even count for? I assume you're usually pretty dead on, so I assume
between 80 and 90.
I was gonna say.
Unless I'm missing something.
Did he like tear his ACL today in practice?
Yeah, we're looking around.
Could be news to me, I guess.
What did he like blind 55% or something?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say there either. Like, I had that Blake Corum stickered at 85. I thought that was already really fair, and I put it at 85 expecting to take 80, and really not thinking that I would struggle that much to get it, which I didn't. I ended up selling that card probably 15 minutes after this clip was recorded for $80 with really no effort. But geez, you know, sometimes it is tough with the ultra modern football because that's usually when I get some of my crazier offers, I guess you could say. You know, I guess it doesn't hurt to try when you're going around a show to make an offer, and you never know, someone might just say yes, or you might catch someone sleeping. But boy, when I go to shows, I usually feel bad if I'm offering more than 20% off a sticker, even if I think it's a fair offer. I don't feel comfortable at that point. But hey, maybe I shouldn't at this point.
I'll give you 52 for the Blake Corum Uptown. That's why I don't set up. I would get so annoyed.
How much do you want for the Blake Corum? 50. I'll give you 55.
I'm sure you would.
Look, you're on the upswing now. It's a bidding war. Yeah, and I know you usually, like, I know your sticker prices are usually pretty dead on. So when he said that, I'm like, wow, did you just really miss one on that, or is this?
Quite frankly, yeah. Sometimes I do miss things, but there's also times where I'll go into a show and I will second guess myself when someone brings up something, and I go, man, did I really miss that? Did I not see that? Did something happen in the last couple of days since I priced out the cards that I should have been aware of? It's really easy to second guess yourself, especially when you're more so on the spot. You don't have time to look things up. You know, I'm on my phone. I'm kind of moving a little faster. Maybe I'm not thinking things through fully. Again, easy for me to say. But really what I have to just go back to is rely on myself and count on myself that I did my homework right when I was pricing out these cards for the show, that my prep was not in vain, and that, you know, people are just going to try to get the best deal that they can, and be prepared and be confident that I priced things fairly. It doesn't mean at a huge crazy steal price, but I priced things that are both fair for myself and for the prospective buyer. I can't beat a 700 cash offer.
Okay.
So I'm going to pass. But let me know what you end up getting, because I'm curious. All right, back on topic with the judge here. I'm trying to envision the sale of this card, and what I also believe will probably happen is that I will have to move the card on eBay. At a $700 offer, that means I probably need to move the card on eBay for $900 or maybe even $1,000, if not more, for it to really make sense to put that much money into that one card. And that's depending on how much Neo would want over that $700 offer. Now, he did end up selling it. He got a pretty solid offer for it. But for me, I just felt like there were better ways to spend my funds. Now, I don't know what other opportunities are going to come at this show. Spoiler, there were some pretty good ones. But I didn't feel like that was the best use of that money. And I was able to, you know, respectfully pass on it. So that's going to wrap it up for part one. I know there wasn't too much action here. A lot of interesting clips, a lot of fun stuff going on. But I'll be back with some deals going down here in part two later on.